Are going ahead and starting on our back bodies. Just stretched out, allowing there to be some ease in the lower back. And so sometimes you really, I don't know, you have to play with it a little bit. Maybe rock your knees side to side. I don't know. At the end of the day, sometimes it really just feels best to keep our knees bent. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in a fairly comfortable state. Before you close your eyes, you might just look around your room and notice what it looks like. Notice the way the sun might be shining through the windows. When you're ready to close your eyes, you'll let them gentle close. And just a way for us to more easily turn inward. Ensure that your shoulders are relaxed, maybe shoulder blades tucked a little. More often than not, when we begin our practice, our minds are, they're busy. You're just coming into this place from whatever you've been doing this morning. All of our lives have challenges that we're concerned about, and so we have to pay attention to. Noticing that is going on within your headspace. You're recognizing that you're here this morning to practice yoga, which is union of the mind and body. Or the awareness of our presence within our body. What that means is that we can almost set aside our thinking mind, all that chatter that goes on, and we can focus on what it feels like to have a body, to be in the body. Our presence moves from our head to the rest of this being. And some of you may have practiced this a lot and can easily direct your attention to your big toe and know what it feels like to be that big toe. Others might be able to focus your awareness in a way that you can feel your being from the inside out. For many of us, it's an awareness of breath that teaches us how to connect with body. So if your hands are resting beside you, I just invite you to bring one to your belly. Just so that you're your hand, your arm can begin feeling your belly as it breathes. Of course, you'll feel the coolness of the air as it moves in through the nostrils. And the warmth as it moves out. The rise and the fall of your belly. And perhaps as you're breathing, you direct your awareness to your face. You feel your cheeks and your forehead, back of your head, down through your neck and your shoulders. Feel your arms, your hands. Feel the front of your torso, the back, even the sides of your torso. Moving down through your hips and your butt. You're focusing your attention or your awareness on your body, down through your legs, feeling what it feels like to be your thigh or your knees, all the way down to your feet. Just allowing yourself to experience being your body. If your legs are straight, very mindfully bend them, just so you can put the soles of your feet on the earth. If your hand is still on your belly, you'll just let it drop down. And heel toe those feet together, the knees together. Pull your belly button gently in towards your spine. And tuck your solar plexus right where your ribs come together. Tuck that in a little bit, just so your core now is active. Your knees then are very gently going to rock from side to side. And let them just barely rock, like they're a little tick-tocking, or the finger on the metrodome that gently rocks from side to side. Allowing the ground to push into those muscles across the back of your hip. Maybe your awareness stays right there in the hips or the lower back. experiencing what it's like to be the back of your head, your lower back. While you keep rocking, you might decide to let the knees fall towards the side a little bit more. The ground, just like you're reaching around, pushing into the sides now of your butt. Notice that your shoulders are still soft and relaxed. So is your face. Now let's do just another breath or two, walking the knees. We'll meet with our knees in the middle. Our feet heel toeing back out so they're about hip distance apart. The core engaged or active. Using an inhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Bring your hands to your knee and just gently hug that knee in. And notice whether your knee stays in line with the hip or whether it like sneaks towards the middle or maybe even moves out. And then you'll purposely play with that where you do move it out or you move it towards the middle. Or you move it right in line. Aware of the sensation that creates. With an inhale, we'll straighten that right leg to our ceiling. Wrap our hands around the back of the thigh. And then try to straighten that right leg as straight as it will go. And pull our toes towards our shin. These running hamstrings might even be like a little quivery. Obviously, we're honoring what is and not cranking on anything. See if you can reach your heel a little higher towards the ceiling. Pull your toes a little closer towards your shin. Breath in. Breath out. We'll bend the knee and pull that right ankle to your left knee. And your right hand is now going to push your right thigh like away from your body. Almost as though you could create a little space between your thigh bone and your hip socket. Core is active. Use an inhale to lift that left leg up. Wrap your hands around your left thigh or grab your pants, whatever's better. And you're gently pulling the left knee towards you and pushing right knee away in our figure 4. Even though your arms have your leg, you might be able to soften your shoulders, soften your face. Your mind start thinking again. Feel your breath. Cool of the air going in, warmth going out. Feel your belly rise and fall. And then move that awareness to your hips, your lower back, even your fingertips, like squeeze together, holding that leg. Awareness in our body. We'll take a breath in. Use our exhale to unweave our fingers. Let our left drop to the earth and cross that right leg all the way over. or like your knees are stacked. With our knees stacked, we're gonna let our knees tick-tock again, like side to side a little. Back to the metrodome. Your shoulders are resting, grounded to your earth. The next time your knees are moving towards the right, you're gonna let them go ahead and sink towards the right. Just, I'd say like halfway down, 45-degree angle. And of course, because your core is active, you're protecting that lower back. Inhaling, bring your knees to the middle. And exhale, let them go the opposite direction, like halfway again. Core keeps you safe. Inhale, bring your knees back to the middle. And let's see what happens if we try to keep the legs crossed like this, but lift them up and in, like we're reaching for our knees, maybe we're reaching for our feet. And we're just letting those knees draw towards the chest. Or those feet, if you've got your feet, it's like your arms are relaxed and your feet are just kind of dropping towards the earth while you're pulling your knees towards your chest with your core. Lovely. Breath in. Breath out will let go of your knees or your feet. Bring them to the earth. And then gently uncross your legs and bring both feet to the earth. Pull them so the feet are together, the knees are together. And let those knees tick-tock again, side to side. You're in the body, feeling what it feels like to be the back of your hips or your lower back. Our knees will pause in the middle. We'll heel toe our feet out so they're hip distance apart. With an inhale and the core active, you'll pull that left knee in towards the torso. Just gently hugging it to you. Noticing where it goes. Like, does it go in line with the hip? Does it go out to the side? Does it go towards the middle? Like, what's its natural, like, pull it? And then you'll move it, like exploring the outside or the middle. That thigh bone placement in the hip socket. And this is tricky. So often we're told we're not our bodies, and there's a time and place to know that, like a spiritual practice of understanding that. But sometimes to remember that, like, we are human. We are these bodies. We're not just our minds and what we think. Inhaling, you're going to straighten that left leg to the ceiling. Wrap your hands around that thigh. And then try to get your leg as straight as it will go, pulling the toes towards the shin. Even though your arms have your leg, your shoulders will soften. And after that hamstring, maybe even the calf, your Achilles tendon. Reach more with the heel, pull with the toes. One more breath. Extra inhale. And exhale to bend that knee. Drop your left ankle to your right knee. Your left hand to that left side so you can push your thigh bone away from you. Like you could create just a tiny bit of space in that hip socket. Good. If your belly button and solar plexus aren't tucked in, tuck them in so your core is active. Use an inhale, pull that right leg up and in, weave your hands around the thigh, or just grab hold of your pants. If your hips are really tight, your pants are probably crunchy. And as we pull that right knee, and of course our left knee is pushing away, after the piriformis that runs across the back of your hip. Your shoulders, your face soft, and your body. Remember your breath is almost a bridge between your thinking mind and your body. Breath in. Breath out, we'll drop that right foot to the earth and cross our left knee all the way over. Once we've got it crossed, with the knees, they just get to rock side to side. Your shoulders are soft, grounded to your earth. And that core stays active because essentially like you're twisting your lower spine. And of course you want to protect it. Next time your knees are falling towards the left, let them fall about halfway. Like you're creating a 45-degree angle between your legs and your earth. Inhaling, pull them to the middle. And exhale, let them drop other way, halfway. Lovely. Inhale, knees to the middle. We're pulling them up and in. So this really does require that core is engaged. You're pulling up and in, either grabbing knees, grabbing feet, grabbing hands, whatever. And then as you pull those knees in towards you, if you've got your feet, it's like your arms are just kind of relaxing down and your knees are pulling up and in. Notice soft face and soft shoulder. Breath in, breath out. We'll let go of your feet, let your feet come to the earth. Uncross your legs, get your feet, your knees together when they land. And then let those knees tick-tock again, side to side. Good, as your knees tick-tock, your feet can heel toe out a little bit. Maybe even hip distance apart. And it turns into more like of a windshield wiper. And you'll eventually let your knees fall as far as is appropriate for your lower back. Maybe you move slow, pause, like on a side for a breath or two. Awareness in the body, understanding that yes, you have a mind, you have a body, you have the capacity to witness all that. Your witness might be your spirit or your energy. But at the same time, you have this separation, you have this union, this understanding that for now, you are separate and you are unified. Good, bring your knees back to the middle. Bring your feet so they're hip distance apart and bring them in towards your butt a little bit. We're setting up for a bridge. So you'll also tuck those elbows right in beside your torso. I like to tuck my shoulder blades just because it's like, I don't know, it's a little head start maybe. And that right away, if your shoulder blades are tucked, I think you'll probably feel the arch in the spine, like your back is bent already. Good, you're gonna keep your shoulders grounded, and we're gonna start gentle by just inhaling to lift our hips off the earth a bit, and then exhaling to let them come down, and you might touch them to the earth or you might hover them. Inhaling, lift your hips up. Exhaling, let your hips slide towards the earth. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Keep going. Your breath is going to just initiate and guide your movement and your pace. But as you move, feel what your knees do. Feel if their tendency is to like open up or to go towards the middle. And we just want to attempt to keep them in line with our hips so that we keep the knees safe, especially if we have any kind of knee issues in general. Protecting those knees is essential. As you breathe, let your inhale lift your hips a little bit higher than they were lifting. To do that, of course, your heels press down and your butt squeezes in. Might notice where your awareness is, like if it's on the front of your body, the back of your body. And play with that. See if it shifts. Good, we'll do one more. But let's meet when we're up. Like lift it up into bridge. Maybe you tuck the shoulder blades a little more. You press through the heels. Like lift those hips towards your ceiling. Squeeze your butt. Notice your knees in line with your hips though. Good. Keep breathing. Your chin is tucked right in towards your chest. This is super good for your nervous system. This actually, like it pinches the vagus nerve, which runs down through your spinal cord and actually attaches to all your vital organs. And when it's pinched, your brain gets this message of preservation. And so it will slow your heart rate. It'll slow your respiration rate. It'll shift the chemicals in your body and try to keep you calm because that's pinched. Take a breath in. Use your exhale. Let your butt, your hips lower to the earth. Once you're down, take a breath. Then use your inhale to pull your knees in towards your chest, your hands to your knees. Rocking side to side like we're releasing that back body from being in. It was a back bend. Maybe your knees circle, maybe, I don't know, they move apart. Totally up to you what you do. Glorious. We'll take a breath in. Use our exhale, drop our knees. Inhale to get the arms to the ceiling, and exhale, drop them alongside our ears. Reach through your arms and through your side body. Nice. You'll straighten. Let's straighten the right leg. Use your bent left foot to help push you up so you can roll to that right side. On your right side, find that place where we balance. We did this, I don't know if it was Wednesday. I don't think I was here Friday. But we're balancing on that bottom hip for a sec. Our top arm can lift to the ceiling and then drop down alongside our ear. And we want to reach with our heels, reach with our fingers, get that side body and the left side body as long as it can be. Awesome. And gently bend your knees so you don't have to work to balance. And inhale that left arm to the ceiling. And there's a spot up here where like it's effortless to hold that arm out. It's like the perfect position in the shoulder socket where you don't really have to use your muscles to keep it up. Once you've got that place, all you're going to do is spin the arm bone in the shoulder socket. And so I use the palm of my hand as reference. And I'm just thinking about turning the palm of my hand and the eye of my elbow around as far as it will go, like a bump. And then I turn it back so that the palm of my hand is facing forward. And then turn it the other way, like back. So you're just twisting, letting the arm bone move as it will in the shoulder socket. You can totally go at whatever pace you want. You might notice any sort of catch. I think some of you, I've heard your shoulders like grind when you do this. And sometimes that's like arthritis. Sometimes it's just your fascia being sticky. Obviously, if it's sharp shooting pain of any kind, you're not doing it. Good, we'll meet back with our palm facing forward. Bending that elbow, weave it behind your back, like you're gonna tuck your fingers underneath your right side body. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your top leg to reach back behind you and help you roll back to your back body with that arm tucked underneath. And then I don't care what you do with your leg, as long as your lower back is okay. Sometimes people stretch them out or keep them bent, but you're here for a little bit, just allowing that it's your left shoulder in particular to try to relax into that. Maybe your eyes close and you remember that your breath is your bridge to your body. With a consideration that you're experiencing being your body. Your face is soft. Your belly can be soft. Yeah, and if lower back becomes uncomfortable, bend the knees again. If your right arm isn't comfortable, you'll move it. Breath is your bridge. Pull your belly button and your solar plexus gently towards your spine so that you can bend your knees. Right arm is up somewhere alongside that right ear. You're going to shift the hips to the left, let your knees fall to the right, roll back to your right side, unweave that arm, let it find that place where there's no effort to hold it straight up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the arm drop alongside the ear. Couple big breaths. Your top leg, reach it back a hair so that you can use it to support you as you roll back to your back body. Shifting hips so you're just on your back. Maybe those arms reach up, or maybe they just soften. Good, we're gonna roll to our left side. So potentially you shift the hips, let the knees roll. Roll on over. We want to start where we're straight. So straighten those legs. Get that place where you have to balance for a second. That arm is alongside the ear. And you're just getting as long as you can get through that right side body. Good. Then bend your knees so you don't have to balance. Inhale to get that arm to the ceiling. And let's let our arm bone, let's let it turn in that shoulder socket. So you're just twisting, whether your palm of your hand, the eye of your elbow, whatever. You're letting it rotate. And ideally, like our joints, our hips in particular, and our shoulders, they say that there's degrees of freedom, that those bones are supposed to truly get to move like every which way in the shoulder socket or the hip socket. But very often they don't because of injury or tightness, sticky fascia, whatever it is. Awesome. Meeting, palm is faced forward. You're going to bend that arm, weave it behind your back body. And maybe it can tuck underneath the bottom side of your torso, maybe not. Your top leg reaches back so you've got some support. And you'll just roll right back to that back body with that arm tucked under you. Position your hips, do what you will with your legs. Even that left arm, just making sure that the shoulders is comfy. And finding your stillness, your softness, with your awareness or your witness in your body. That part of you that is not your thinking mind. The part of you that might be your energy or your spirit, unified with the body. Maybe you could call it your consciousness. And consciousness isn't just thinking. So often we think, we have no idea what we're really thinking. It's just thinking. When you're focused and your consciousness is unified with your thinking mind, I think all of us know how different that feels than just the mind like rattling along. We've got just another breath or two. If our legs are straight, our core is going to activate so that we can bend our knees. We want to shift our hips to the right so our knees can fall to the left. We're going to roll back to that left side. Inhaling to unweave that arm, lift it to the ceiling, and exhale, drop it back alongside our ear. Good, reach back with your top foot again. Let it support you as you roll back to your back body. Lengthen through the side bodies. It's not that you're reaching through the hands, but you're reaching through the side body. And then inhale, pull your knees in towards your torso. Pull your hands up into your knees, hug them in. Let your body rock a little side to side if you want. Let the knees circle if you want. Good. Belly button, solar plexus in, ready? You're going to drop your arms, keep your knees up, like your core is holding them up. And then inhale to straighten those legs to the ceiling. We're just going to play with the core a little bit. Letting our belly hold those legs up. Interestingly, they get heavy fast. Good. Notice that your thighs are, if they're in a 90-degree angle with your belly or with your torso. Bend now your knees so that your calves are in a 90-degree angle with your thighs. Yeah, and so you've got two 90-degree angles, one between your torso and your thighs, and one between your thighs and your calves. Your core is doing almost all of this. So you're going to keep your left leg just like it is, right? Your right leg is going to keep the 90 degrees between the shin and the thigh, but you're going to lower it so that you can tap the toes to the earth. Use an inhale to flip back in line with the other. Your exhale will lower your left one down and tap. Inhale, find that 90 degrees again. Exhale, right leg comes down and tap. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, left leg down and tap. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, right leg down and tap. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, left leg down and tap. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, right leg down and tap. Inhale, bring it back. Again, left leg. Bring it back. Last time, right leg. Inhaling to bring it back. Left leg. Inhale, bring it back. You've got your 90 degrees, both torso and thighs, thighs and shin. Your belly is working. Make sure that your core is engaged enough that there's no space between your lower back and between your earth. Awesome. We're gonna then keep no space. So your core is tucked down in it, so super good. And keeping it, your legs are gonna try to lower towards the earth a little together, but only to the point where your lower back starts to come off the earth. Don't let it come off. And then bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, let it lower a little. Keep that lower back down. Your inhale will bring it back. One more time. Exhale, let it lower. Inhale, bring it back. Inhale, straighten those legs to the ceiling. Keep holding your core tight. This is super hard. Good. Legs maybe are shaky. Also, for whatever reason, my hip flexors feel it, which lets me know I need to keep my awareness more in my core. Inhale. With your exhale, bend the knees. Let your hands come to your knees. Hug them in. Rock a little side to side. Breath in. Breath out. We'll let our knees drop so our feet to the earth. Let your hips shift one way or another so you can roll to the side. And we're actually going to roll all the way over to our belly. So make your way there. Once you're at your belly, you might just stack your hands, rest your forehead on the earth for a sec, and feel your core right here. Like it was just working. There's blood there, there's heat there. Your hands will slide mid-chest level. Hug your elbows in towards your ribs. Roll your shoulders back and down. Use an inhale, let your chest lift up to cobra. Good, and you're just holding cobra. Maybe, if it's okay with your spine, you go a little to the right and a bit towards the left, like you're just finding a little bit of lateral bend in the spine. Just really gentle, really subtle though. Good, pull it back to the middle. Inhale up a little bit higher, push with those hands. Good, let's push with our hands to get to our hands and knees. Bring your knees so they're under your hips. Spread them out a bit so you can slide your butt back towards your heels. Your forehead towards the earth. And shift the weight side to side in your hips for now. It's really gentle. Eventually your forehead finding its way either to the ground or to your stacked hands or forearms. Just a little bit of softness. And I'm guessing there's tension in the hips, and so to a degree we're allowing that to be, but also really aware of what pain is. And if it's pain, if it's sharp shooting, I guess my recommendation would always be to honor that and to get out. That we want yoga to be kind to our body. Good, reach your arms forward if they're not. Using an inhale, let's find tabletop. Knees under our hips. We're going to do just a few rounds of cat-cow. So an inhale will bring you to neutral. And exhale will tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, arch your back. And inhale will lift your tailbone, open your throat, your collarbone for cat. Exhaling back to your cat. Inhaling forward to your cow. Couple more times, letting that spine bend. Good. Meet back in neutral with your next inhale. Tuck your toes, take a breath in, ensure your core is active. Exhale up and back to your down dog. Maybe feet pedal. Maybe hips rock side to side. Either way, we want those hips high. We want them back. Super long hamstrings here, long torsos. This is quite a shoulder stretch as well. And so if it is too much, please know always the option for low down dog, which just means your knees would be down, your hips right over top of your knees. Breath in, breath out, drop to your knees again. Send your butt back towards your heels. Find your child's pose. And allow yourself, your presence, let it be in the body. Experience what it's like to be your body. Again, I know there's other times where we choose to not identify with the physical, and that's cool. Today our practice is just moving. It's like moving in and out, where yes, we are the physical. Yes, we are the psychological and the emotional. Yes, we are the witness or the spiritual or whatever. And while we're all of these things separately, we're also all of these things unified. Good. If arms are wrapped around your legs, bring them forward. Inhale to bring yourself back to tabletop. Let your hips wiggle a bit side to side. We're going to step forward with our hands so we're down in like a low plank. Just engaging core. You could do high plank if that's what you want to do. We've really had kind of a low key, super gentle practice. So I don't know, you might keep it that way. Breath in, breath out. We'll bend our elbows, lower us to the earth. Maybe lengthen your legs. Last thing we're going to do for our shoulders is to reach our right arm straight out to the side. Our left hand is going to be like our little helper, and it's going to allow us to roll over to that right side to whatever point is appropriate for that right shoulder. And I think you can't remember, some of you bend that top leg and like you can really reach back and almost like twist like crazy. Some of the rest of us, so there's more, I guess, resistance in that. And so we don't even reach the leg back. We might just keep the legs bent and right on top of each other. Whatever is best. Nice. Take a breath in. Use your exhale, roll back to your belly. Bring both hands back mid-chest level. And then inhale, left arm is straight out from your shoulder. You're using that right arm to help push you over to the side body. Maybe your top leg bends and reaches back. Breath in, breath out will roll you back to your belly. Hands to mid-chest level. Inhaling, push up to low plank. And one more time, slide your butt back, find your child's pose. And let this child's pose be a place where your back body gets to relax. Remember, it's been through bridges this morning, which are like back bends. It's had lots of little twists in that lower back. Let it soften. If your hips are tender, maybe your weight still shifts. Next inhale, arms will come forward. Inhale to bring your hands back towards your legs, so like you're walking the torso up. And we're just gonna meet where we're down here, hands still on our knees. We just wanna do a little tiny baby twist. So I would put left hand like right in the middle of your legs and let your right hand either come up towards your thigh or out on the ground towards the towards the right more. And then your shoulders are just going to twist towards the right. Breath in, breath out will bring your torso to the middle. Your left hand is going to find down in the middle, like on the ground. Left hand out and over, like towards other side of your left leg. Breath in, breath out. Your shoulders twist to the left. And I push with my hands, like I'm on the fingertips of my left hand. My right hand goes all the way on the ground. And I'm pushing with my arms in order to allow that twist. Breath in, breath out to come to the middle. Awesome. If you're at the back of your mat, you'll probably want to come forward. We're moving towards our back body. So you roll over the feet. Your hands, your arms can help you come down, or you could make the core work again. Just slowly lowering the boat all the way to your earth. When you get down, it might be that that lower back is a little more releasing, and so knees might come to the chest. You might rock again. A couple of you are happy baby hands, so the feet would pull in. Soles of the feet reach to the ceiling. Your arms push or pull in. Your feet push if you're in happy baby. Just whatever a little bit of releasing is needed. Maybe it's the rocking of your knees again, like the tick-tocking, windshield wipering. Whatever the body is requesting. And it's not just the body, it's your body. This experience of being your body, it's you requesting that. When you are ready to stretch out, then your legs will lengthen. Maybe you've got your blanket handy. If you like your legs lengthened, remember to do it by yourself. It's like you push the heel way down, like exaggerated even, lengthening the heels and then rolling your feet out and open. And it's not as good as somebody lengthening your legs, but it's close. Your shoulder blades might tuck, wiggle a little, let that relax. Maybe your neck needs to lengthen, and so you tuck the chin towards the chest a bit and like reach up with the back of your head. Just settling into your shavasana, your corpse pose. This final position of our practice where it's now truly a practice of mind. The part of you that thinks, no doubt, is going to want to turn on and do its job. And we're grateful for our minds, of course. But it doesn't need to be turned on right now. It can still be quiet. Your body doesn't need to be moving. It can too be quiet. The only thing that is activated is your witness, the part of you that is conscious. Whatever it is you call that part. Part of you to just be here. Remember, if the mind starts thinking, use your bridge of the breath to come to the body. Feel what it feels like to be your body. And then just be. If your body starts talking, the same thing, your bridge is your breath. Bridge to your witness. Okay, so let's bridge it back. Use your breath. Come back to the body. You might even bridge it back and come back to the mind. Almost like you're energizing or awakening those two parts of you again, mind and body. Maybe your fingers and your toes wiggle, or your head moves. Eventually, you'll want to bend your knees and probably shift your hips one way or another just so you can roll to the side. I like to take a breath or two on my side body, I don't know, just because this transition is, for me anyway, sometimes a lot. Eventually, we meet back at our comfortable seat. Place where we remember bridge, breath is bridge, body, mind, and consciousness are witness. Yes, separate, but also unified. With an inhale, we'll bring our palms together, tuck our thumbs in our heart. Maybe the chin bows towards the chest. Grateful for time together. For the sun that shines today. Just grateful. The body, the mind, the consciousness of me recognizes that of you. Namaste.
Namaste.